Hey guys, welcome back to Sgcarmart channel. Julian here. Before we progress into 2023, I think it's a fairly good time to look back at some of the best cars that made it to Sgcarmart's Car of the Year 2022 first. You may have already seen these cars on our website, but tonight we are going to make the effort to honor these special cars that made it to Sgcarmart's Car of the Year 2022 list. Nearly 100 different models were nominated across more than 30 categories this year, ranging all the way from good old performance compacts to the latest EVs to hit the market. A variety of criteria, including a car's performance, pricing, and features were factored in. But by far the most important factor was how you guys, the consumers, voted. Because we recognize that the results have to reflect not just our opinions, but the opinion of the average Singaporean driver as well. And so here are a few of the winners, as partially decided by all of you here. Now let's start off with something small but nonetheless powerful. It's not hard to see why the BMW M240i Coupe won, because this is quite possibly the best template for the modern enthusiast. Compact, lightweight, and unpretentious with its body style. And oh yes, it only has two doors, the way we like a coupe best. You'll find BMW's famed turbocharged straight-six in the M240i, producing 369 brake horsepower and 500 Newton meters of torque to send the car to 100 kilometers per hour in just 4.6 seconds. And although the car has all-wheel drive for better performance, it maintains a rear-wheel drive bias to offer that driving pleasure we associate with a BMW. Now we continue in the house of BMW with the winner for the Compact Executive Sedan of the Year, the BMW 3 Series.
The BMW 3 Series. Congratulations, BMW.
This car hasn't just been the core to the BMW family, but to the compact executive sedan segment as a whole for decades. To give everyone else credit where it's due, the competition has most certainly gotten stiffer over the years. In 2023, it's really hard to find a compact executive sedan that isn't excellent. Still, despite its age and form, it is still the best car in its class. Fit and finish are befitting of a BMW. It's unmistakably a 3 Series, even though it's also gotten sharpened. And of course, last but not least, it's athletic and dynamic are terms you'd associate with the way it feels on the road. And these, to us, are just excellent qualities. In all, there's no question this is still the leader in its segment. And the car may just retain its crown in 2023 since we are getting a facelifted variant of it this year. Stepping now into the world of electrification, this car is now number 1 new to Singapore, and number 2 has taken all of us here by storm.
Atto 3 Electric. Come on up. Well done, BYD. Congratulations.
The Atto 3 is the first bespoke EV from BYD here, built on the firm's E-Platform 3.0. Now on the surface, it's quite a whimsical car when you step in. You get these muscle fiber-like lines running across the dash, these door handles curved over glowing speakers, and of course you get these discs for aircon vents and these guzheng-like strings across the door bins. But at the same time, peeling all this back will reveal a very practical car. Spacious, comfortable, stacked full of features, and with a good rated range of 480 kilometers too, thanks to its Blade battery. Best of all, this is also a car that's very well priced for what it offers. Well, now that we've taken a look at the car that's more for the masses, what does electrification look like for the elite? Well, according to you guys, the answer is the drop-dead gorgeous Audi Etron GT. But let me tell you that we actually drove the fuller Fat RS version the year before and were blown away by its performance. But after trying the non-RS Etron GT this year, man, this is more than sufficient. Design-wise, this is undeniably one of the best-looking electric cars out there. A clean-looking Grand Tourer with gravitas and presence that you also instantly recognize as an Audi. You're not gonna get thrown off on the inside too, because this is where the space gets familiar. Everything feels expensive and super solidly put together. Of course, let's not forget about performance. The Etron GT musters 469 brake horsepower and 600 Newton meters of instant torque. So it will hit the Century Sprint in just 4.5 seconds flat. Now the final category we're going to present to you is the best electric newcomer of the year, which, unlike the other categories so far, was actually one that we decided on. Now, this MG5 EV may not be the flashiest or most inventive or more premium electric car today, but this is exactly where its appeal lies. It has a very nondescript, agreeable looks, it is comfortable, and it's very quiet on the inside. And as a wagon, it draws a lot of practicality from its unpretentious styling with great space for passengers and a large 495-litre boot. Now, on top of these qualities, it also has a good range of 400 kilometers. Underneath this, the only surprise might be its performance since the car has 260 Newton meters of instant torque. Occasionally, people may say that EVs feel a bit out of reach, and we understand. In being so approachable, however, the MG5 EV really feels like the antithesis to all of that. Alright guys, so that was a very quick run through of Sgcarmart's 2022 list. You can hop onto our website to check out the Car of the Year microsite at www.sgcarmart.com/COTY2022 to find out more about the full Car of the Year list. But most importantly of all, you can also check out our overall Car of the Year 2022. I'm obviously not going to spoil it for you here. So that's all we have for you. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And let us know what you think about the Car of the Year 2022. What is your personal Car of the Year 2022? Let us know in the comment box below. You can also follow us on TikTok. Our handle is @SGCarmart. In the meantime, stay safe, be well. Ciao. How you want me to do? 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1. No, I actually forgot what I want to say. 3, 2, 1. Over glowing speakers, and of course you get these discs for aircon vents and these guzheng-like strings across the door bins. But at the same time...